Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show. Today, I'm welcoming back my friend, Ken Bisnoff, once again, for the third appearance on the Top Gun Show, and he actually interviewed me once. Ken is a highly decorated industry icon, spending 22 years building Tele-Pacific, which became TPX Communications. He's won far too many CRN Channel Chief of the Year awards for me to count. Also joining me is Curt Allen. Curt is also an industry veteran. He is a seasoned senior executive and business leader with extensive experience in both the partner community as a master agent. He served for 12 years as president and part owner of X4 Solutions, which sold to Sandler in 2016, with Curt staying on as president of Channel for a year and a half. Prior to that, he spent time at Windstream and Vonage. You and I also share over 2,000 LinkedIn connections in common, Curt. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be back. I feel like this is my second home on the Top Gun Show.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, when you left TPX almost a year ago, right after you brought me on board, you told me that you didn't want to just get a new JOB. Instead, you wanted to find a position that would allow you to utilize the abundance of the experiences that you've developed. Well, you're here now to announce your new venture. Tell me about it.
Yeah, no, thanks, Steve. Yeah, no, it was definitely good to decompress after a 22-year run with Tele-Pacific TPX. And while I was off, during that time period decompressing, I kind of thought through, what is it I really want to do, what I want to focus on? And when I broke it all down, I wanted to work with people I respect, I admire, and I like. I enjoyed my favorite part of my previous company, especially Tele-Pacific, is growing the business. So adding value to help grow a business. So it was important, pretty basic. But then the other thing that it's kind of the salesman in me, my favorite part of the job was always being out in the field with salespeople, talking to other businesses about what they do, how they do it. And then of course we use our products and services to say, here's how we can help make it better. So I wanted to maintain that part of what I enjoyed in whatever we're doing. And when I thought all that through, and then I had conversations with some industry peers of mine, like Curt Allen, who somehow got double booked on my Top Gun show, and Cardi Prinzi, and Michael Cromwell, and Steve Braverman, who I've known for over 20 plus years. And again, liked, admired, respected. We all were in a similar place where we were all looking to do that next thing. And we said, why don't we do it together? And what doing it is we formed an advisory consultancy business, EagleTEQ Advisors. And, the goal is to take advantage of all the skills and 158 years of experience that we bring, and all the different roles that we've had and different perspectives in the market and companies, and to take that power and bring it and put it to use for other businesses.
That's great, man. Great answer. And the time's right for that. I mean, the industry's a-changing, and you guys and your team have so much experience. I think it's a great move. Curt, like Ken, you're one of the most highly respected professionals in the entire industry. Tell me a little bit about your thought process in putting together the team at EagleTEQ.
Well, it really became a no-brainer. And a little bit unlike Ken, I had actually moved into another job during COVID. I was supposed to be off last year as I kind of rotated out of my Windstream gig, but I took an opportunity at Vonage and the change of leadership over there and some other things. So I was kind of working through that and got wind of this thing percolating up. And it really helped me make the decision, because I've been searching for this. What does retirement look like for people like us? I can't sit still. I tried to retire after we sold X4. Didn't take, and it won't take now. So the beauty of this is we've got four guys that, even though our backgrounds are varied, we all have industry experience in the space. We're all really focused on execution, revenue growth, the things that are really important about driving the business. But we also all have the same exact values, very different personalities, but the same values. Things like it doesn't have to hurt to be effective, that you can actually operate with kindness and integrity and get ahead. And that, quite frankly, we're supposed to be enjoying this trip. So if we can help businesses run better, help them be more successful, drive them to their top and bottom lines, and also help folks maybe extract a little joy out of this thing, that'll be a job well done.
That's exciting, man. I can't wait to watch you guys do what you're going to do. I don't know which one wants to field this, but talk a little bit about the services you provide and to whom.
Well, I'll take the services and then I'll hand off to Curt and you can touch on the to whom, which is a pretty broad group. But, looking at our backgrounds, right, we're focusing on revenue growth. That's typically the side of the equation that we've all been on, focusing on distribution channels, helping expand them. And it could be whether it's a direct, whether it's the indirect channel. And then you talked earlier about all the changes that are going on out there, right? So a lot of people need help transforming where they're at, what's their market position. And that could be organic, it could be inorganic, M&A type work. And over our years, we've all had to deal with a lot of changes out there. It's, different ones today, but it's the same mechanics that you have to address as leaders of the business to help manage on the upside through all that. And anyway, so I'll pause on that. Those are the general broad categories, but obviously beneath those, there's a lot of heavy lifting.
And as far as the marketplace as we see it, it's, Steve, we don't claim to know everything about this marketplace, but we do know who the general players are. And so we're targeting, in essence, the IT and communications space. And we're looking at the folks that provide services in that space, the folks that distribute services in that space, and the investment community that supports that space. So providers, we all have a background in providers, and most of us have a background even in the partner side, so working with providers. So that's a natural progression for us to help them execute. And as Ken pointed out, this kind of transitory period where everyone's business is changing. If it wasn't changing, 2020 came along, and we've all had to evolve and move. But certainly we're going to do engagements with distributors all the way down to sub-agents. I mean, we're going to put together packages that could help a small shop really understand their critical numbers, understand what their return on investment is on a salesperson, to build a sales process and professionalize their organizations a little bit. We're going to do those. We're probably not going to make a lot of money down there because, quite frankly, the economies of scale don't work, but we think the market needs that, so we're going to do it. And another area that's really brewed up, and Cardi was a big proponent of this, and it's really playing out that way, is private equity firms in the investment community. For them to have a group like us that can do due diligence work for them that isn't isolated to the balance sheet, that we understand, hey, how valuable is the customer base in here? How relevant is the sales org to the product sets and things like that? So that's an exciting part too, working with the investment community.
Well, I got to say, with your two reputations and the exposure that you're getting on the Top Gun Show, I hope you have a fully staffed call center, because your phone will be ringing off the hook.
We do. We know we'll be scrambling. But, just the one thing I'll tack on to what Curt just said is that, given our backgrounds, we're not the typical consultants, right? We take the position as operators, and, we like to understand the stakeholders' objectives, and we kind of know them because we've kind of been there, but it may be unique for any particular client. But we'll assess their current environment, and we can do that faster than most because the ramp up for us to understand what's going on in the world is going to be a lot less. And then everything for us is, we're not again, your typical consultants. It's going to be practical and executable, deliverables that we're going to look to get out there, with the clients that we work with. And we're already seeing there's need for it just based upon, the early conversations that we had out there.
Well, guys, thanks a lot for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Look forward to doing in person again soon.
Right on. Right on. Thanks for watching, everybody.